Wow. Who knew Aussie weddings were so bloody raucous, eh?
I got everything and there's no trouble on me today. Slap your fingers and I'm on. I got everything you need on me today.
3.5 years ago, my lovely dad Melvin was in hospital, and we just found out he had days to live. But I managed to fly home to be with him. And one morning I came into his hospital room and he called me over and he told me, and Glenn doesn't know this, he said, Glenn's just phoned me from Australia and he's asked me for my permission for him to marry you. And I said, Dad, you're not supposed to tell me that. But you see, my dad wanted me to know before he passed how proud he was and how happy he was knowing that I was with a great man who would love me and protect me and care for me, which is all a father really wants, to know his daughter is safe. And he said you had his absolute blessing, and we talked about our first wedding song. So thank you, Glenn, for everything you do for us. Thank you for being such a wonderful, supportive, protective partner. Thank you for being the most incredible father to Archie I could ever wish to hope for in a man, and always striving to be the best person you can be and working so hard to better our lives. I'm so glad I get to marry you and call you my husband. You're the first person I want to message when I have good news, and I never ever get bored of hanging around with you. You're my best mate, and you and Archie are my world. So cheers to you. And cheers to me officially becoming a Powley! Yay!
Okay, so Bex asked me to write a poem. She asked me when Glenn proposed. What a beautiful location. What a happy day. What an amazing couple. Perfect in every way. A massive special thank you to all the people who have come from far and wide to be a part of this handsome groom marrying his beautiful bride. Took him a bloody while though to get her that ring. The amount of discussions we had about the lack of it, I can't even begin. But eventually, you pulled it out the bag, you got down on one knee. You can't get rid of her now, mate, you've made her a Powley.
I'd actually like to think of Glenn as a son, which he is. just edit that bit. Is this loud? Oh, right. I'd like to think of Glenn as a mate, as well as a son. And finally, I had the pleasure to meet Bex's dad, Melvin. What an absolute legend. And I know they'll be looking down on you, Bex, now. Proudest sponge of his special little girl.
When Bex moved to Australia, I didn't know what to do. I thought she'd eventually come back to us, and then she met you. We'd lost her forever to a sunnier land and a geezer from Hull who eventually put a ring on her hand.
Beck, walking you down the aisle today is without doubt the single greatest honour of my life so far. And that includes appearing as an extra on the New Year's Eve Millennium episode of EastEnders.
Glenn and Beck's journey started back in February of 2013 when they were introduced by a mutual friend Billy on Australia Day on the way to a festival. Bex actually got Glenn to take a picture of her outside the festival holding the Australian flag before disappearing into the crowd for him not to see her again for another few months. For the last 7 years, they've lived together at the same cosy apartment in Bondi Beach. They've explored many countries, including camper vanning around New Zealand, swimming with manta rays in Fiji and sailing the Whitsundays. They've gotten to know each other's families extremely well. They've shared happiness and heartache and supported each other throughout thick and thin. They've built a wonderful community of expat friends who are all present here today.
Today's my daughter's wedding day, and a wonderful thing it is. To see her so excited, so happy to be his. But once she was my baby girl, my firstborn, the love of my life, but now she's a woman and about to become Glenn's wife.
From the day we met, when I accidentally left my dad for 2 hours on the beach, it was you, it is you, and it will always be you. While I stand before you today, I promise to love, honour and cherish you from this day forward. I actually made these promises 7 years ago. We've had a tough start with creating our own family, but you have given us the greatest gift of all, with our little bundle of joy, Archie. Our son is a testament to your strength and unconditional love, even more qualities I adore, to which I'm eternally grateful, so thank you. With that, I ask the people here present to witness that I, Glenn Osvaldo Paoli. I should have done that at the start, it might calm me down.
May we forever be lovers. May we forever be best friends. And should we upset each other, may we quickly make amends. May we continue to be this great team as we bring up our beautiful boy. And our hearts always stay this full, so rich with love and joy. May we build a home together as our family expands and we turn old and grey and wrinkled and we're still holding hands. For this really is the beginning, the next chapter of our life. I'll forever be your budgie, now finally your wife.
Ladies and gentlemen, attention please. About to start the show, better take your seats. It's been a while, but I'm back on top. To the world is mine, I don't plan to stop. It's time to let the curtain rise. We're gonna shake the room, we're gonna all night. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I was so honoured today when she asked me to do a speech, but then I was like, where the fuck do I start? And then I realised that there's 80 odd people here today, and people have come from like all over, and we're here in the Blue Mountains. So I was like, wow, that's like really, really, really special. Can I get everyone to look to your left? Come on, left. Everyone to look to your right. You are the people that Bex and Glenn love the most. They've invited you because this day would not be the same without you, and you've made them a priority in your lives by celebrating today with them. You've all made their day so special and unforgettable, and the night is still young, frosty on the dance floor.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the knockdown, drag out, stand up, get loud? This is how we get down. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
May your love be like the wind, strong enough to move the clouds, soft enough to never hurt, but always never ending. Let's raise a toast to my sister from another mister, your friend, a daughter, a mum, and as of today a wife, Bex Powley, and her husband Glenn.